Technology and social media form a huge part of our social life. We are always tapped into technology, from text, Skype, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, WhatsApp, email, video games, cell phones, computers, the list goes on and on. However, with any form of technology, it is important to understand how the way we use technology could be used against the law. A perfect example is sexting. Watch our 3-part video series to learn more about the laws that apply to sexting. What is sexting? Sexting refers to people making sexual messages, photos, or videos of themselves or others and then sending them to another person or people. What do I need to know about sexting? If a sext is taken, stored, or shared without permission and it shows someone under the age of 18 or who appears to be under the age of 18 engage in an explicit sexual activity or clearly shows a sexual organ or anal region, this could be considered child pornography. Child pornography is not legal.
You can be charged with a criminal offense related to child pornography according to Section 163.1 of the Criminal Code if you make child pornography that is not for private use, possess child pornography, or distribute child pornography. Is sexting always illegal? Sexting is not child pornography when all persons who participated have given their consent or permission. There are specific laws related to when young people legally can consent to sexual activity. This following chart clearly explains the ages where youth can consent to sexual activity. A 12 or 13-year-old can consent to sexual activity with someone less than 2 years older than them. A 14 or 15-year-old can consent to sexual activity with someone less than 5 years older than them. 16-year-olds, on the other hand, can consent to sexual activity with someone any number of years older than them. The big exception regarding consent is that if the youth is between 12 to 17 years old, they cannot consent to sexual activity with someone who is in a position of trust or authority over them. A good example would be if the person is a teacher or a coach. To learn more about consent, click here to watch our video on the age of consent. Even if everyone gave their consent, a sext can be considered child pornography if it was not created for private use. The law says that sext may only be kept by the people who have consented ahead of time to create the sext. The law also says that any person who keeps a sext must have participated in the sexting and have been given permission to keep it. Sex should never be made public via social media or be for sold. The laws around sexting are complicated and the courts have not answered all the questions we need to know to provide clear legal advice on when sex should be considered child pornography and lead to criminal charges.
If you choose to sext, here are some tips to try and stay safe. Don't make or send sext without asking for permission from all people involved ahead of time. Make sure that the person who you are sexting with is legally able to consent. Check out this chart for more details. The big exception to this chart is if the person is in a position of trust or authority over you. Examples would be a teacher, coach, therapist, that kind of thing. Keep sext private. Never forward sext you have received to friends or share them publicly like on Twitter or Facebook. Always assume that what you send may be forwarded to others and made public. Remember, what's put in cyberspace stays in cyberspace. It can be copied, screenshotted, stored on countless and countless of servers and hard drives. Don't feel pressured to do or send something that makes you feel uncomfortable. If you have sexually explicit photos of yourself or others, you may want to password protect it or delete it after viewing. Remember that even when images or recordings are deleted, they are almost always retrievable by someone who knows how. To learn more about how this applies to real life, click on the following 2 video examples.
This video was made by the Public Legal Education Committee, a group of youth volunteers between the ages of 14 to 24. This project was supervised by a lawyer. The content of this video is accurate as of December 2015. For more information or for legal advice about your specific situation, contact Justice for Children and Youth toll-free at 1-866-999-5329 or in Toronto at 416-920-1633. Or check out our website at www.jfcy.org.